Hello everybody, this is Jeremy in the DAW and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the AMPED GNR from ML Sound Labs, and I bought this past November, and throughout the whole month of November, ML Sound Labs had a sale. Everything was 50% off, so I grabbed a bunch of stuff. Now I have done video reviews where I've gotten NFRs before from ML Sound Labs. I did a bunch of stuff from their Miko 1, but the sale was so good that I grabbed Miko 2. Bought it, grabbed AMP GNR, grabbed a couple of the amped stuff. I think their block letter, their triple rev G, and then some of their ML drum stuff. And I wanted to do a review on the amped GNR. So this is an emulation of the Marshall Silver Jubilee, specifically from 1987, and then from 1996, the snakeskin reissue. Now there is a pretty big difference in tone. That is such a Marshall tone. I love that. Now, my only point of reference that I have in the modern day is my Axe Effects. Which is my Axe Effects 3. But I really like this tone from the amped GNR. Now, if we go to our cabinet section, we actually have two microphones we can place and choose from three different cabinets: the Snake V30, the Silver T75, and the Silver V30. You have a selection of two ribbons, the Royer 121 and the Beyerdynamic 160. We have a SM57 and then a Sennheiser 421, and much like in the Miko plugin, you're able to actually move this left and right, backwards, forwards, and tilt it side to side. Now you're not going to have the full control in Miko where you're able to put it around, do the phase and latency checking. You're not going to be able to do all of that cool stuff, but you can get some really good tones off of this thing, and I've gotten some amazing tones out of this. I'm actually using the Miko 2 because this is the exact impulse response that I made for the Axe Effects. So it's really showing the difference between the amp and not the cabinet. Now, as far as controls go, you have a tuner, which is very accurate and very fast. And I'm noticing that it always makes me feel sad because my guitar is never fully in tune, but it's very accurate and extremely fast. You have a pedal board, which comes with a noise gate, a compressor, a drive section, which is very, very Tube Screamer-esque, a chorus, and then a mono delay, and a really nice stereo reverb. Really, really nice. I mean, if we pair this with a delay, it's magic, to be honest. I love it. This thing makes me think I'm better than I really am. The cabinet section, MIDI control, so you can control everything with MIDI CC, and then your licensing manager. You have your presets right here, and then you're able to actually have different presets for every single modeled channel. Now we have the GNR Silver Leads, Silver Rhythm, and if you listen to it, the lead has more mids while the rhythm has a little bit more crunch, and I notice a little bit more fizz. The Silver Clean, on the other hand, is kind of a little interesting because it's really Marshall-esque, where it's never actually clean. So even if I bring down my input gain, bring down my gain, you still get that distortion. You hear that? That's that Marshall breakup. Even right there where it's super, super clean, you still get a little bit of clipping. But the GNR snake clean is actually reminding me of the original Marshall that I had, the Silver Jubilee, which was a reissue. And its clean is really, really, really clean to the point where it's a little sterile. I never really liked that about it, but if you're looking for a really clean tone, this is definitely going to be your best bet. You'll be able to do stuff like this. Which is cool, but really not for me. The snake rhythm is a very scooped tone. While the lead seems to have a little bit less where it's not as choppy, right? It has more of this chunkiness. And it really makes me realize that I love the traditional silver lead. It's very mid-focus. It has a very nice tone to it. Now, what about the built-in Miko cabs? Well, the built-in cabs are very obviously Miko-esque, right? Right? It just sounds good right off the bat. And you have some really cool presets. Really cool. Even the Snake Silver has some really nice traditional presets. But it still has that super scooped tone. Now, if we compare this to something like my Axe Effects once again, I'm getting a much more mid-focused tone, but I'm also losing a lot of the control because I have less fizziness, less high-end, right? And that's just natural in how that tone sounded. So personally, I'm really a big, big fan of the way that this sounds. It has a much more different tone, but it sounds completely different from any of the other plugins that I have. Now, how does it sound in a mix? Well, I have a very, very horrible song that I made in like half an hour. And this is the settings we have for both of the amps. They're left and right. I'm using the Miko 2. And I have a very generic EQ that's just getting rid of some low end, a little bit of resonances, and adding a little bit of high end, right? So let's take a quick listen to this. And there you go. Personally, I don't usually do very good stuff anyway, but I really like the tone that I got. I dig it. It's super dark. I know it's a little scooped. I know, but if you look at my settings, I am kind of doing a very interesting thing where I like to just crank the treble and then use the gain knob to just add a bunch of distortion. I'm using the pedal board, hitting it really hard with the drive. The cabinet is completely bypassed. And then I'm using Miko 2. Boom, using that same preset, which is this one. And even in Miko 2, I could dial this in with the EQ and just get rid of some of the unwanted nastiness, or even out the frequency response if I wanted to, but I won't. And yeah, that's it. Now, personally, for my final thoughts, now that the sale is over, would I buy this at full price? Considering the full price is probably like $50, I would buy this again at full price. I really like it. It sounds great. I love that like Marshall-esque tone. I say I recommend it, but grab a demo. The only issue that I have with the ML Sound Labs demos is that they have a silence about every like 30 or 45 seconds. But you are able to dial them in, get tones ready, and see how you like them. Keep in mind that you're also able to load up your own impulse responses, so you can load up custom impulse responses on each cabinet and blend them in. The reason why I don't do that is because I'm already using a Miko plugin to dial in my tones, and it's the same plugin that I use when I'm creating amps and blends and stuff for my Axe effects. So I don't really see the point in doing it when I already have something that does it for me. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. This is Jeremy and the DAW. I recommend this plugin, and I will see you guys later. Bye.